what is up you guys? It's May and welcome to another video. If you're new to my channel, I just finished my second year at CSULB. I am majoring in English with an emphasis in creative writing and double minoring in French and linguistics. I hope you will stick around for more of my videos. So this video is going to be about the books that I'm writing. I know the title says like one book, but I'm actually writing like a whole bunch. I just thought that I would sit down and talk to you guys about it because creative writing is my major and it's something that I am extremely passionate about. Like, it's basically my #1 passion. So I started my first novel when I was a senior in high school. So it's been over 2 years since I started the first book, and it's almost done with the like very first draft because I've been in school this whole time and I've started a whole bunch of other books. I have a sequel to that book and then 4 other books that I've started, plus 2 other very outlined books that have like a very clear vision for what I want them to be. Like, I'm very good at coming up with ideas for books, but then actually like sitting down and writing them and developing that idea is, more difficult. I get ideas all the time. But anyway, this video is probably going to be kind of scattered, but I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about book writing and kind of my goals for these books and like what I'm doing with them. I'm not going to tell you like what they're about or anything. If you have like questions that are like random enough that I can answer them without giving anything away, like go ahead and ask them. I don't even know if anyone's going to watch this video, if anyone cares. But yeah, so basically this first book is the one that I'm farthest along in, like the closest to being done. And this summer I'm really going to try to finish that first draft and then go through it and edit it a whole bunch and like revise stuff, because the writing is all over the place. If you can imagine, like, I started this senior year of high school, so my writing has changed and improved a whole lot since then. Like, at that point I still used like "she smiled" as a dialogue tag, and then I'd put a comma instead of a period because it's an action, not a dialogue tag, if you know what I mean. Like, I would still do stuff like that, so it's just gonna be like, first of all, just like editing that stuff and then revising so much. And I have a few friends, a few wonderful, wonderful friends that have agreed to be like my beta readers that I'm gonna send my document to, and they're gonna give me feedback on it this summer. So I'm hopefully making this video will hold me accountable for it. I have made June 15th my deadline for myself for having my draft done, and then July 1st my deadline for having my revised draft done, so that I can send it out to my friends with enough time for them to read it and give me feedback within the course of the summer, because I want them to have time and I don't want to be like shoving a novel at them like in August being like, please read this before school starts, because we all know that when school starts no one really has that kind of time anymore, and I am asking them to read a full-length novel and give me feedback on it, which is a lot. I need to think of something nice to do for my friends, lol. But yeah, basically I've been on quite a journey with writing since senior year of high school. Writing itself is something that I've been doing my whole life. Ever since I read The Amazing Days of Abby Hayes books in elementary school, I've been writing because Abby Hayes kept a journal, so I started a journal. And I have like 6 journals on my bookshelf from elementary school, middle school, and high school that I kept. And then I kind of stopped keeping a journal, and I took videos my senior year of high school. I didn't put them on YouTube, but I just put them like on my computer, where I would just talk about stuff, because I think having a YouTube channel has actually basically been something of a dream of mine like since senior year of high school, like when I started watching YouTube videos, and it was only my sophomore year of college that I actually like put it into action, which I'm really proud of. But anyway, that's not the point of this video. Writing is always something that's been a part of me, and I never thought that that's actually what I would want to do. Like, I was very into music, like all through like middle school and high school. I thought that I wanted to be a professional flute player, and then I was like, no, I want to do international business. Then it was no, linguistics, and then like literally at my orientation for school I changed it to creative writing. I was like, yeah, actually this is what I want to do now, and I am very confident in it. Like, I know, like, I did have one time when I was like thinking about changing my major to nutrition, lol, but I've like considered changing it to like French or linguistics, but those are my minors. I'm very happy with that, and creative writing is my major, and I would not have it any other way. I absolutely love the creative writing classes I've taken, and I'm so excited to finally take the creative writing novel class next semester. Like, I can't even tell y'all. I am so excited, and I get to take that class 2 different times, so woo. And then within senior year of high school and college, writing my books has been like my rock. It's been something seriously like to hold on to. when everything else is like stressful and scary. Like I can just, it's basically like reading. I just slip back into these worlds that I've created. And like when I'm saying worlds, I'm not talking about fantasy, like it's real, it's like contemporary stuff. But it seriously has helped me so much, like in high school and college. And I went through a time, I think, hopefully I'm remembering this correctly, but I was really into writing one of my books, not the main one that I'm farthest along, and I've kind of let that one fall by the wayside, honestly. I started a new book fall semester of this year, and I was really into writing that. I was like super into it fall semester, and then over winter break I worked on that one and the main book and a couple others. And then I didn't really write at all, because if you've seen my, college reflection video when I talk about my semester, I was doing so well. Like the first half of my spring semester, I was like living it up and I was so busy. It was very hard for me to make time for writing, and I didn't really feel that inspired. And then over spring break, I got the idea for another book and I started it, and I was writing that. I didn't write anything else, basically. I was just straight up writing that book. And I still, since I've been home, I've been working on that one a whole bunch. I've written over 40 pages in a Google Doc. I don't know what the word count is. If I look it up, I'll put it in here. But it'll change by the time I post this video, obviously. But I am so, like, in that book right now. Like, I don't want to go out of it and go into my main book, because my main book has so many problems that I have to fix. And like, I still care about that book. I still care about the characters. I took so much time to like develop everything and all that stuff, and I'm gonna get back into it. I'm making, today's Thursday, I'm gonna make Monday my start date for that. I'm gonna let myself work on this other book, and I can still work on this other book. But what's very interesting to me is that this book that I started over spring break, I didn't outline anything. Like, it's literally all in my head. I have like the entire plot in my head, all the characters in my head. Usually I have like a second document where I put down like character outlines. I would have like, okay, main characters, and okay, this is their looks. This is, for one book, I found like pictures from the internet of people that looked like what I wanted my characters to look like, and put it in there. I don't know, that just like helped me visualize them. And I'd put like all their interests and like, what they were looking for and what their strengths and weaknesses were, and like all this stuff. And I would outline like the entire plot. And for this book, I did none of that. I think I have a document started with a couple of characters' names in it. I was just writing. Like, there was no stopping me. I was literally just flying by the seat of my pants, and it's working. I have started like 10 bajillion different scenes. It's like all over the place. And I like haven't actually like woven any of it together. Like, it's a complete mess. But I'm so like into it right now, and so it's so hard to balance that, because it's like I have inspiration for this right now, not necessarily the other story. But if you always just write what you have inspiration for, like, you're never gonna get anything done, because then I would just start 10 million more books and never finish them. So that's where discipline comes in. But I still think that it's important to write what you have inspiration for, and like not force yourself to write something that you don't care about. But it's, it's hard to explain, because I still do care about that book. I just need to like force myself to get back into it. But yeah, this video is very scattered, but hopefully this gives you some sort of an idea of what my writing process and stuff is like. I don't think I said it earlier, I think I mentioned it, but I'm interested in writing like contemporary YA romance books. Most of my books are romance focused, one of them is not, and they have like a lot of other things. Like, a lot of them have like friendships and like family relationships that are like also a big part of them. But I would classify my books as like YA romance mostly. And they're about people in high school and college. Since I've been in college, like, most of my books like automatically are about people in college, because that's just like more interesting for me to write about than high school. But yeah, I'd say it's like a pretty mixed thing in my books. But anyway, yeah, this is gonna be it for this video. I hope this made some sort of sense. If you have any questions about anything like writing or my books, like I said, the questions have to be like weird and random enough that I would be able to answer them without giving too much away. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!